At this time, the state would introduce into evidence State's Exhibit 24.
Okay, any objection? Okay, admitted.
Detective Ramos, I had previously asked you about a poll cam on USF, the University of South Florida property. Did you obtain video footage in relation to this investigation from that poll cam?
I did.
Where is that poll cam located?
It's located at the intersection of McKinley and Fowler on the south end of the college campus, pointing south towards southbound McKinley and in that area.
Does it show the entrance to the Home2 Suites, the entrance on McKinley Drive that vehicles would have to take to enter into that parking lot?
Yes, it does.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 24. Thank you.
Sure.
Detective Ramos, can you see a timestamp on this particular video?
No.
Is there a time that was associated that you were able to determine based on coordinating it with the video footage from the Home2 Suites?
Yes.
And when in time is this video capturing?
This video is going to start approximately 04/22/23 time frame on 6/23/2024. And the first thing we'll see is the victim's convoy arriving.
And can you tell us what this intersection is?
So the camera's pointing south. The street going from east to west is Fowler, and then south of the light is North McKinley. The Home2 Suites is on the right-hand side at the top center of the screen.
And can you kind of, if you could stand up, just kind of point the general direction of where the entrance would be if you are entering Home2 Suites on McKinley?
Sure. So at this top center of the screen, to the right of those headlights, south of the crosswalk to the right-hand side.
And you said the victim and his entourage are going to be shown momentarily, is that correct?
Correct.
And what direction are they coming from?
They're coming northbound on McKinley from the Bush area.
And in order to make that entrance into Home2 Suites on McKinley, do they have to do a U-turn?
Correct. They have to make a U-turn at the light and then go back south on McKinley and make a right. right there. So at this point, we're seeing the victim's 3-car convoy arrive at the top of the center of the screen there, and they're in the left lane, getting ready to make a U-turn to go back south on McKinley. There's the victim's Charger leading the 3 cars, and then the other 2 cars, which are the Amani Turner's Hyundai Santa Fe and Tefek McRae's Nissan Altima. And then now they're making a right into the Home2 Suites parking lot. This vehicle off to the right, off to the left, I'm sorry, at the top center there is the silver Cruise that was following them. It makes a right on to eastbound Fowler and then ultimately comes back and goes north onto the USF property to stage across the street. The Silver Cruise just came northbound onto the USF property.
I'm going to back up just a little bit.
Sure. This is the Silver Cruise west.
There's no question pending.
Sorry.
Okay, ask a question.
Detective, what is going on at this point?
This is the Silver Cruise westbound on Fowler making a right on to northbound Spectrum McKinley there onto USF property.
So, Detective, what was happening there?
That was the suspect Black Impala arriving at that same left turn that the victims made a U-turn and then made a right into the Home2 Suites parking lot.
And then do you see the silver Chevy Cruze again?
Correct. From this footage, you'll see the Silver Cruise drive southbound on Spectrum, cutting across Fowler onto southbound McKinley, and then make that same right into the Home2 Suites parking lot.
Detective, I'm going to fast forward if you tell me when to stop.
Sure. Right there. Okay. Yep, there it is. Going through the red light.
Detective, did you make a diagram to show the different movements of the vehicle as well as create a timeline of the events of where those vehicles went, the victim's entourage as well as the black Chevy Impala and the silver Chevy Cruze?
Correct.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 45. Is this the diagram that you created?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And can you tell us what are the two vehicles that we're looking at? I'm sorry, what are the two streets that we're looking at, starting over here to the right of the photograph?
That's on the right there. It's North McKinley Drive, also known as 40th Street.
Okay, and what is the intersecting roadway?
East Fowler Avenue.
And can you tell us, if you were on that USF poll camera, where would it be in relation to this diagram?
It would be to the top right off the diagram.
And so the camera would be looking down into where that entrance is on McKinley, is that correct?
Correct.
And so you can see that intersection right there on Fowler and McKinley. That's where those U-turns are happening with the victim's entourage as well as the black Chevy Impala.
Correct.
Can you take us through exactly what's signified by the red arrows and the blue arrows, and kind of go through the location of where the victim goes and parks?
Yes, so
And you can stand up if you need to kind of point different areas out.
sure. So we have here three color codes, green, blue, and red. At the bottom of the Home2 Suites, there's three green blocks. Those represents the three vehicles, the victim and his entourage, the Charger where it was parked, the Sonata behind it, and then the black Nissan Altima. The red arrows signify the path of travel for the suspect black Altima. It comes in off of McKinley, makes an immediate right, drives north the long way around, and ultimately ends up on the west side of the Home2 Suites. The blue signifies the path of travel of the suspect's silver Cruze. It also comes in off of McKinley Drive. However, it does not take the same path of travel as the Impala. It drives along the south end of Home2 Suites, makes a right, makes a U-turn, and then comes back out the same way it came in, passing the victim's three green blocks there twice.
I'm going to break it down a little bit more.
Sure.
What time did Charles Jones arrive in the black Dodge Charger along with the two other vehicles, the Hyundai and the black Nissan Altima?
Approximately 4:26 a.m.
And they're the first to arrive, is that correct?
Correct.
And you said they are designated by the green boxes, is that correct?
Correct.
And you have seen the video footage, is that correct?
Correct.
What way in this diagram is the driver's side of the vehicle facing?
The driver's, so the vehicle is facing to the west, to the left. So the driver door would be south, and then the front passenger door would be north towards the hotel lobby.
So the cars would be faced away from McKinley Drive, is that correct?
As far as the victim's Dodge Charger, yes.
So the people that are sitting in the victim's Dodge Charger as well as the other vehicles, they would be facing not the where the entrance is on McKinley Drive, but in the opposite direction. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you said now that the red arrows, they represent the black Chevy Impala. Is that correct?
Correct.
And is that the second vehicle to arrive?
After the victim's vehicle, yes.
And what time approximately does the black Chevy Impala enter into the parking lot of McKinley Drive and go around the building and park on the opposite end?
It was approximately 6 minutes after, so approximately 4:32 a.m.
Okay. And you said that it never goes in front of the victim's vehicle, is that correct?
Correct.
And based on the different camera views that surround this property, where does it end up and do that U-turn and ultimately park?
It ends up on this diagram to the bottom left there where there's a red block. That's the general area of the parking spots where the black Impala backs into a parking spot.
And again, this area where the black Chevy Impala, is it ever in eyesight of any of the people who are seated in the three vehicles in the victim's party?
No.
And then approximately what time does the silver Chevy Cruze enter into this parking lot?
Approximately 4:36 to 4:37.
And you said it goes a complete different direction than the black Chevy Impala, is that correct?
Correct.
And you have it going right by where the victim and the other two vehicles are parked, is that correct?
Correct.
And then you said it does what?
It makes a U-turn where the top left blue arrow is there and then comes back the same way it came in.
Would that car, based on this diagram and based on all of the video footage that was collected, does it go in front of where that black Chevy Impala is parked?
Twice, yes.
And then as it exits out, is it again going in front of where the victim and the two other vehicles are parked?
Yes.
And when it is driving out with the driver's front window of that silver Chevy Cruze, would that have a direct eyesight to the driver's front windshield of where the victim, Charles Jones, was located?
Yes.
Overruled, go ahead.
Yes.
They would be facing one another?
Yes, correct.
Do any of the shooters, the three shooters that are in that parked Chevy Impala, do any of them get out of the vehicle until that silver Chevy Cruze goes by the victim's vehicle twice?
No.
And that is seen on all of that video footage?
Correct.
When do they get out of the black Chevy Impala and start walking towards where the victim and the two other vehicles are located?
Approximately 4:38, so it would have been 30 to 45 seconds after the Cruze left.
And is the first shots that are fired, is that caught on that main camera that shows where the victims and the two other vehicles in the victim's party are parked?
Correct.
And where are the first shots fired, in what direction and at whom?
The very first shots are fired from west to east towards the front windshield of Mr. Charles Jones' Dodge Charger.
Where he happens to be seated in what seat?
The front passenger seat.
Published states 22B6. Detective, do you recognize all three of the vehicles that are now being shown in States 22B6?
I do.
And can you point out who is in that black Nissan Altima that is at the top of the screen?
The black Nissan Altima has a Tafa McRae, Aaliyah Albritton, and Camilla Bentley in it.
You yourself interviewed Mr. Tafa McRae, is that correct?
I did.
Did you also eventually get an interview with Aaliyah Albritton, the lady who is depicted in the pink?
Correct.
And then the black, they just passed a black Dodge Charger, is that correct?
Correct.
And can you see who is seated in the passenger side of that vehicle?
Yes, signified by the white socks with the red tips. That is the victim, Mr. Charles Jones.
Had you, as part of your investigation, obtained other video footage that occurred earlier in the night?
Yes.
And were you aware of how and what he was wearing?
Yes, white and red.
And other members of the party that was with him?
Correct.
Who ultimately was in the black Dodge Charger with the victim, Charles Jones, when this occurred?
Xavier Edwards as a driver and Gino Norris Jr. in the back seat.
And what car just passed by?
The suspect, Silver Cruise.
And then there is a vehicle that is parked directly behind the Dodge Charger where Charles Jones is the passenger. Who is located in that vehicle?
Armani Turner, Miss Randolph, her friend, and Robert Howard.
And again, you interviewed all of those three individuals later that morning?
Correct.
What's going on at this point in the video?
The Cruise has now turned around and is headed back out the way it came in.
And in any video footage, including this one, the Tesla and the surrounding cameras, had any, prior to that happening, anybody gotten out of that black Chevy Impala?
No.
This first shooter, what sort of firearm did he have?
He had a pistol that was firing at a fully automatic rate.
And what area was he specifically targeting?
The windshield of the black Dodge Charger.
All of the other vehicles with the victim, did they immediately leave?
Yes.
Did you put together a composite video that compiled all of the camera angles of the surrounding hotel and the Tesla and put them chronologically in time together?
Yes.
I'm going to publish 22A. And sir, this is all put together in chronological time, is that correct? Stitching together the various videos.
Correct. Easier to follow.
And what is being shown right there, what that car just passed?
That's the Impala arriving into the Home2 Suites parking lot.
And are you showing the path of travel of that black Chevy Impala?
Correct. Driving northbound through the parking lot.
And again, it has not passed in front of those victims' vehicles, is that correct?
Correct.
And what is happening here?
It arrived on the west side of the Home2 Suites and it's turning around.
And is it now parking in that space that you had designated in States Exhibit 45 by that red rectangle?
It stages until the cruise arrives, and then once the cruise arrives, it starts to park, yes.
And that is the cruise passing again right in front of the victim's vehicle?
Correct.
And where is the black Chevy Impala at this point?
The Impala is passing in front of the Tesla with the cruise right behind it.
What's the cruise doing at this point?
It turned around and is now headed back out the way it came in.
And then where is the black Chevy Impala?
The black Impala, while the silver cruise is turning around, is pulling into the parking space. There's the tail lights, and it's backing in. You can see it from in between the top of the van and the white pillar there in the center of the screen.
And now is it parked?
Right now, it's fully in the spot.
And that is the spot that you designated on your diagram, is that correct?
With a red block, yes.
And what is happening with the silver Chevy Cruze?
The cruise is driving out the way it came in, passing the victim's location.
What are you capturing now in this video footage?
The three shooters came out of the Impala and are walking towards the victim's position. This is them passing the Tesla, various angles.
Did you see the person with the handgun?
Yes, bottom right of the screen.
During the course of this shooting, did anyone from the victim's vehicles, those two other vehicles, ever get out of the vehicle and approach the victim in his vehicle?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Did any of the victims in those two vehicles that fled, the Nissan Altima and the Hyundai, did any of them get out of those vehicles before fleeing?
No.
Did the two persons that got out of the black Nissan Altima, Miss Aaliyah Albritton and Tafa McCrae, did any of them ever come out of the hotel while the shooting was occurring?
No.
Now what is being shown here?
This is the victim's vehicle driving north. The shooters are running by the Tesla with the third shooter in the back there still shooting.
And what vehicle, based on all this video footage, are the shooters pursuing?
The black Dodge Charger containing the victim.
And this is a composite of various cameras, is that correct?
Correct.
Did you watch the entirety of all of the cameras of the surrounding Home2 Suites, of the Tesla and the USF pole cam? Did you watch the entirety of all of that video footage?
I did.
And during that time period, did you ever see Aaliyah Albritton or Tafa McCrae ever exit out of the hotel during the course of when all that shooting was occurring and when the victim's vehicle was being pursued by those shooters?
No.